Iwobi. Godfrey. Good turn of pace from Ben Godfrey. Lucadine. Andre Gomez. This is looking better for Everton. Moving the ball quickly. Michael Keane. Clever ball has found Coleman. Coleman square. And Tarkowski was there. Really well worked by Everton. Now, what a ball from Michael Keane. What great defending from James Tarkowski. This is the pass. Great run from Seamus Coleman. And then Tarkowski, he doesn't break his position. He just holds that 6-yard box, knowing that's where the danger is. The keeper's up. Now Virginia hoping to mark his Premier League debut with a goal. That would be a story. Certainly would, and he's gone straight in and around his opposite number. He's gone and stood on Nick Pope. He thinks he can cause him a problem. Stop him coming out to claim the ball. John Moss.
I can't deal with this car anymore.
He's towered over by those two. But he dishes out his instructions. Well, is there a huge climax here? Lucadinho with the corner. It's cleared at the near post by Eric Peters. João Virginia is running back.
You're giving me your car.
Nothing but a skill from Westwood to find Jay Rodriguez. Everton's goalkeeper is back in his penalty area now, and Ben Godfrey finds him. Oh, there's a huge shout from Nick Pope. Take it in the corner. Here's Andre Gomez.
Hell yeah.
Robbie Brady's header.
This Redux thing looks great, honestly. It does make the game look hella modern.
Lashed away. It'll go out of play for an Everton throw-in. We've got a couple of players down here, Steve. Two Burnley players down, Peters and...
What up, viewer? Welcome to the show. Doing that GTA 5 Redux
down for Burnley.
The mod looks good, honestly. He plays pretty well, too.
Westwood looks arguably the worst of the two. I think Peters is a touch of crap.
I think they both are. I think Ashley Westwood just felt his hamstring ever so slightly, but I think it's just more to slow the tempo down, knock them out the phase. But this is the goal that is arguably going to settle the game from Dwight McNeil. Incredible finish.
Well, it's a goal, as they say, worthy of winning any game, and it might. Coleman forward to Lucadine. It's come off the Frenchman's head, and it's out of play for a Burnley throw-in. Sean Dyche thinks that the whistle should have gone by now. 3 minutes were added on.
You gotta get those mirrors reflecting. What's going on here?
That's why they say a minimum. John Moss has glanced at his wristwatch. Matt Loughton's going to take this throw-in, and there are the points for Burnley. That's a huge win for Sean Dyche's team, which pushes them further away from the bottom three and leaves Everton looking up at the European places with some real work to do if they're to get in the top four. It's a brilliant day for Burnley, a quite magnificent victory for them. Offensively and defensively, they were superb. It's finished at Goodison Park. Everton 1, Burnley 2.
Oh yeah.
What a victory that is for Burnley Football Club.
Rigorous.
In their last 3 games, they've taken a point off Arsenal, a point off Leicester, and now all 3 off of Everton.
Thank you. Yeah, that shit nuts, man.
England's top 2 goalkeepers having a natter.
Area. How do y'all like
5 losses in the last 7 at home now for Everton.
Just off.
Let me point in the direction of a derby coming up tomorrow, more specifically the North London derby, live from the Emirates Stadium. It's Arsenal against Tottenham. It's our 3rd game on a Sunday. It's at 12:30 Eastern on NBCSN. Now, with daylight savings time and the clocks springing forward, we're on air at 7:30 Eastern tomorrow ahead of Southampton against Brighton, kick-off at 8. Leicester Sheffield United at 10. Then it's the derby, followed by Manchester United against West Ham at 3:15. And your Monday afternoon football coverage begins at 3.
Ooh, these tunes are nice. That's what's up.
Between Wolves
Welcome to the show, people.
At 4 o'clock. So
Redux was good.
This game. Danny Higginbotham will start 3 minutes in.
Yeah, it was an early chance for Everton. Just Richarlison, just getting in between Burnley's midfield and defence. But it's a good save from Pope at the near post. But then it just became all about Burnley. And one of the things they don't get the credit for is the way they press high. It's a team that's evolving all the time. And it's Brownhill, he wins the ball, goes to McNeil, a little bit fortuitous how it falls to Wood, but no messing around with his finish, an outstanding finish to give them a lead. And you know, it's very similar to the goal they scored against Everton earlier on in the season. They drew 1-1. Everton once again, you just see it, trying to play out from the back. Burnley pressing high, and this time it's Westwood that makes a challenge on Decore, falls to Brady, and a good finish. So something that they're thinking about, something that they're doing as part of their evolvement. They did it against Leicester City as well to score, and you just see the goal once again here, how it came. The pressure from Brownhill gets the better of Davis, and then they've got a number of players going forward. So McNeil, he gets himself into a position to cross it. I say it comes to Wood, takes one touch to get out of his game. Absolutely no chance, and it was a wonderful start for Burnley. And then a penalty claim. I think Burnley should have had a penalty here. You see Ben Mee, he's complaining straight away. He believes there should be a penalty. And you look at Holgate, as it comes in, his arm shouldn't be up there, and I think he's fortunate to get away with that one. But then, when we talk about Burnley, we talk about their hard work and their tenacity. Very rarely do you see goals like this. This is a special goal for him. Gets the better of Alan McNeil. And then, if anything, he actually uses the weather in his favour. We know the conditions, but you just see as he hits the ball here, he just gets the curl on of his left foot and just goes into the top corner. He couldn't have hit it any better if he tried. It's definitely worth another look. Just from this angle, to see Pickford, absolutely no chance, even though he's diving for it. But Burnley deserved that lead from the way that they'd started this game. And then another chance for Burnley, once again dispossessing Everton in their own half. This time it's a Goodmanson strike. You see Pickford, he gets nowhere near it, but the problem here for Pickford is that he picks up an injury from diving, and that's the problem. You can see how much discomfort he's in.
Yeah, he stays on the pitch for another 16 minutes. He does plough on. In the meantime, Everton get back in it, Robbie.
Yeah, and this is a really nice goal, a really good ball in from Tom Davis. Plenty of pace on that, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is where all good strikers should be, right in the middle of the goal, around the 6-yard box here, anticipating the ball in, which he does. He keeps his eyes on it all the way onto his head, and a solid header, and a 2-1. They're back into the game.
Penalty claim number 2 for Burnley.
Yeah, I didn't think this was so much. These are so difficult, aren't they? I think he's trying to keep his arms close to his body. Can't always do that all through every moment of an action, but I agree with the no call there.
And as we say, Pickford's injury in the end became too much. Off he came just before the break, and on came João Virginia for his first Premier League appearance, his debut into the second half. Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, and he's really frustrated after this. Dominic Calvert-Lewin feels he should score, and he absolutely should. Does he get the timing wrong? Does he come off his shoulders? Take a look on this angle. Yeah, I think maybe he just gets the timing around, comes off that left shoulder, but look at the frustration on his face there. He really should have scored right in front of the goal.
Burnley pushing for goal number 3.
My ass.
Vidra doesn't get that many starts for Burnley, and just couldn't figure out his feet here. It's in the air. I just wondered if first time as the ball is coming down, could he have just redirected towards the goal at this point there, but not easy. Not easy there, but Sean Dyche hopes for the goal that would put the game to bed.
A minute later.
Ben Mee. Really good hang, a really good jump from the central defender at the back post there. So look at that, really excellent technique there, just solid contact and just on the top of the crossbar there. Really lucky again from Ben Mee.
And Vidra on 71 with their final chance of the game.
Yeah, well, this is always going to happen when it's later into a half and spaces arrive at the back post. Actually, a really good run away from defending players there. And then when you have that space from 12 yards out, you really should be finding one of those corners. A good look from this angle. There's a little bit of space there to the keeper's left, and not the best finish.
No, but they saw it out, and all 3 points there for Sean Dyche. And Robbie, I'll start with you. At half-time, you were waxing lyrical about Burnley. Never have I seen you so happy about the Clarets.
Amazing.
Full-time, your thoughts?
That's the Burnley that we've come to know and love, the grinders. And when they need to do it, they can absolutely do it. And that's the majority of their seasons. And I say that in the plural, is about shape, attitude, mentality, all that good stuff that is so important in the game. It was just so refreshing to see really another side to them that I'm not sure existed. Second half was what they're all about. They grind out, a few scares around the box in their own goal, but in general, defended very well.
It was absolutely brilliant from Burnley. Robbie's obviously, you could see how he feels about Burnley. He's got his Burnley tie on as well, the colours and everything.
Well, I am very colourblind. Is this
no,
their
Robbie,
colours?
it's an allegiance. We clearly knew nothing about it today, but there's clearly an allegiance there, subconscious or not, colourblind or not.
Spoken very well about him, and I'm going to take it on as well. They're incredible. It's a group of players that love to defend. When you look at them, and you said it not so long ago, Robbie, you look at these players as individuals, it's collective where they come together. You look at the spine of that team, that's when you look at the quality of a team. You've got Pope in goal, you've got Tarkowski, you've got Ben Mee, you've got Westwood, you've got Brownhill, then you've got Wood up front. That's an unbelievable spine of a team. And when they take the lead, more often than not, you look at them and think, OK, they're taking the lead.
Ew.
They can deal with this now because they've got defenders that enjoy defending. And one of the biggest things a manager always wants from his players is for the team to reflect the manager. And that's exactly what
we were laughing back, weren't we? Like Danny had said, I'm going to bring this up, that you would love to watch Burnley every single week.
Yeah.
Which is
every single day of the week, I think.
Yeah, but the reason I say that is because I've said it quite often, and I'm saying it again, I make no apologies for saying it. There's so much snobbery in football. Defending is an art as well, and it's not appreciated nowhere near as much as it. We appreciate wonderful goals, but we don't appreciate the position of Ben Mee, the position of Tarkowski, because as much as you're getting a goal down the other end, they're actually stopping goals from going in the back of the net, so that's why I say that.
There's never been more love in this studio for one club as we've had in the last few minutes. What a victory that was for Burnley, and what a performance as well against Everton. Let's take you to West London. It's the night game on your Saturday night by the River Thames. It is Fulham against Manchester City. The team news is in. Danny's got Scott Parker's men.
Yeah, and Scott Parker makes 2 changes from the outstanding win at Liverpool, with Loftus-Cheek and Anguissa coming in. The back four's been rock solid with 5 clean sheets in the last 7 games and has given the rest of the team a great platform to work off. In midfield, Reed will sit whilst Lamina, who got the winner versus Liverpool, and Anguissa will look to press higher. The front 3 have pace, skill and endeavour and will begin the press high whilst having the ability to be in a 4-5-1 to set up nicely for a counter-attack.
Scott Parker has said the way we're playing, things will change. Well, they did. They beat Liverpool last Sunday. What can they do against this league leader? Here he is.
Scott, brilliant result, of course, last week. How different do you see tonight's challenge?
Look, big challenge. I think exactly the same as last week, really. The last 2 games, tonight and last week, against arguably the best teams in this division, and certainly tonight the challenge is playing against a team that are going to win the league this year. I think we know the quality, everyone's seen that, so a big challenge for us, one we're excited about, to be honest with you, one we're looking forward to. We embrace the challenge, what lies ahead of us, really, and that's what we're looking forward to.
2 changes from that team. No Bobby Decordova-Reid, is that an injury? Yeah,
he's picked up a little bit of a knock after Liverpool, and he's not been able to get right for this game, really. So as always, picked a team that we feel can give Man City some problems, really, and that's what we're hoping for.
Because you know what to expect from Manchester City, but Pep has rung the changes. Is that surprise how they set up against you tonight, or change how you approach it?
It doesn't change. I mean, look, I'm surprised. I'm looking at it thinking how he's gone about things, but they're the challenges that we all face. You play up against a world-class coach here, so we'll have to see how the game pans out, and in game to see exactly what the structure is for them. But as always, look, tonight's going to be defined on us in terms of how we approach this game and try and leave a stamp on which is an unbelievable team. And like I said, this is a challenge I want us to embrace and look forward to, really, and I think we will do that.
One win in the last 10 here, I imagine that's something you want and need to address.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Look, I think home form, away form's been very good for us, and home form has obviously been a bit up and down. We've had a lot of draws. Performances have been there, and I've said that. We're in a good place in that sense. So, yeah, of course, it's always something. The challenge here tonight is a big one, and it's something we want to try and address in terms of home form. But, you know, like I said, we're looking forward to tonight.
So, Robbie, this Manchester City team, how are they lining up?
Well, this is kind of my best guess. Always difficult to try and read Pep's mind with his lineups. There's 7 changes, though, from the last Premier League match, so lots of change there. You've got to think that the back 3 is pretty set there, and they've done a brilliant job, all 3 of them this season. Cancelo, number 27, as a right wing-back. Expect him to roll inside to play alongside Rodri there, which allows Bernardo Silva to get forward and try and get goals from the central area. Mendy will stick, I would think, as a left wing-back on the other side. Jesus, 6 goals, 3 assists so far for him this season. I would think we'll play on the left-hand side. Ferran Torres on the right, and Sergio Aguero, rare start for him. Let's see what he can do in this game. And just finally, Rebecca, just look to the right-hand side there with those subs. That's probably going to be the starting lineup for the Champions League game that Man City have on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, is it? Just 1 defeat in their last 30 games. Here's Pep Guardiola.
Pep, you've got a fully fit squad to choose from, 7 changes tonight. Was tonight about giving players more minutes to change the formation, or is it about the opposition? Just talk us through your thinking.
What we have done the last 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, so everybody is involved.
No Raheem Sterling, though, this evening. Is that an injury concern?
No, no.
Just rotation?
Yeah.
Sergio Aguero captains the side tonight, makes his 4th start. We've obviously not seen as much of him this season. What are you seeing in training? Is he still that same Aguero in training that you're seeing? Same quality, same fitness?
Yeah, the sense of goal always have and will have. So no doubt about that. So we thought today is a good day for him, and that's why he plays.
You come up against former City defender in Tosin, who's been pivotal for Fulham this season. What did you see in him whilst he was at City, and what are you seeing now?
First of all, I would like to say how happy we are, all of us, for what he is doing. So he's a guy for the academy, and finally he took his position in the Premier League, and we are more than delighted at the level he's showing. He deserves it. He deserves it because he's an exceptional person and a good footballer.
You've spoken about how you admire the way Fulham approach things and Scott Parker. Are these the games that you enjoy and you look forward to?
If we win, yeah. If you don't, no. So, of course, respect for what they have done so far, and there's a young managers, and they are growing in the right way, and Fulham is nice to watch from the beginning of the season.
Well, Fulham are nice to watch, Lee Dixon and Arlo White, but today a huge incentive as well. Get anything out of this game, a win or even a point, and they're out of the relegation zone. So plenty on the line, certainly for them. City, of course, maybe can have a little nice day out in West London.
Yeah, perhaps, and they're warming up down beneath us. Lee hasn't thrown any candy at Riyad Mahrez just yet, but they're not far away from us, and it's just interesting to see this level of player going through the drills that they're going through, Lee. City could be 17 points clear with the win, 7 changes today, only 17 goals in the Premier League amongst this starting 11, which is interesting, and rare starts for Mendy and Aguero. So what's the thinking for Pep Guardiola, do you think?
Well, I think his interview said everything. I think he just wants to freshen it up a little bit. I think he's giving a few of those players who don't play an awful lot of minutes a little bit of a run out. And it's not, you look at the bench and you look at the team, it doesn't really weaken it. You've got players coming in and playing some football that they perhaps wouldn't have thought they would be playing, because they were going to churn out the results till they win the league. But this squad is so strong, Arlo, that you can tittle about with it, you can change it here and there. They've got to be careful a little bit, because this Fulham side is obviously full of confidence. It's in a position where they've had a result at the weekend that was absolutely sensational. Can they get another one? They've got a big incentive going into this game, so they've just got to be a little bit careful. I think Robbie's right in the studio about how they're going to play. I think Mendy will sort of flit around on that left-hand side. Cancelo will just go and play where he wants. That's what he normally does. He might end up front by the time the game finishes. Interesting to see Jesus and Aguero playing together in some form. He played kind of inside left against Everton. Jesus played a lot in that left-hand channel, so I think he'll play on that side. So it's still a great team, though.
Absolutely. Fulham warming up over our shoulders. What has their recovery been based upon?
Well, he changed the system a while ago and went to 3 at the back and with the wing backs. He's obviously back to a 4 now. I think the confidence and the quality that he's got in the squad, he realises that he's got some players in there that can actually win games, and I think they're starting to now believe in what the manager's doing. Scott Parker's done a brilliant job, and you kind of look at him, I think everybody's neutral. They want Fulham to stay up because this is a great old ground. When that stand's built, it's going to be fantastic. So I want them to stay up secretly. OK. Lee Dixon's off the fence. Robbie Musto's a Burnley fan today, and you are a Fulham fan. Rebecca, join us for kickoff.
I can't cope with it. It's all getting very weird. I want to talk Manchester City, Danny, because you heard the interviewer there, a starter interview with Pep Guardiola by saying you have a fully fit squad. Now, it's not very often we hear that at any point in the season, let alone 10 or so games from the end. How has he managed to have a fully fit squad when he doesn't even need to name Sterling on the bench today? Because he's adapted. He's adapted to what's going on in the world at the moment. We know how quick the games are coming, how many games have got to be put in a shorter space of time, and he's adapted. That's why they are where they are in the league. That's why the players are fresh. We look at other teams around them that are struggling with injuries, and a lot of them aren't contact injuries. They're from being overplayed. Whereas he became more pragmatic earlier in the season,
Players are then given a rest, and now they're going into the most important part of the season, and the players are probably as fresh as what they were at the start of the season, so he deserves great credit for that.
Which is scary for everybody else and so impressive.
Yeah, that being said, given this lineup against Fulham today, Rebecca, I mean, the hottest of hot players for Man City, Foden, Mahrez, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, are not starting the game. They kind of got a good a chance you're going to get, probably to get something Fulham have today in this home match against Man City. The eyes on some of them might still be on that Champions League game on Wednesday, which is so important for them, and that's why I'm sure there's that many changes. So Fulham, looking at that lineup, of course it's still a great team. Lee makes a good point. There's great players out there, but they're not the hot players right now for City.
What's Scott Parker's game plan?
I think that Scott Parker's game plan will be exactly the same as what we've seen recently, and that's play good football, be strong defensively, be bright and inventive in attack. It's not been a backs against the wall counter-attacking Fulham. It's been really well-balanced football that's gotten to this point with a look at the teams ahead of them. But today, of course, is the biggest test. I think they got a chance today.
I think they'll press high. But then if that initial press is beaten, they'll sit back. And what I love about Scott Parker compared to some other managers, he embraces the challenge. He'll be embracing this challenge against Pep Guardiola to really give as good as he can get and see where he's at.
We are going to be out on the pitch at Craven Cottage next. Plus, we're going to have all the highlights from around the Premier League grounds today as Leeds United hold Chelsea at Ellen Road. And at Selhurst Park, Luka Milivojevic gets his first goal of the season as Palace deal West Brom another blow at the bottom. That's next.
Peacock's got Premier League. Another massive game. Reds, blues, yellows, derbies, rivals, bad blood, Hotspur. What a moment! It's cross it, have it, bend it, send it. It's wild, whoa, and what the? It's 0-0, 90 minutes, 3 points, and exclusive live matches. You better believe it. And that's why you can't not watch.
She feels great. Her spirits are high. The whole family's high. There's your headline.
I am pregnant.
You gotta be kidding me.
I didn't know Grandpa could still do it.
Don't be disrespectful, Luke. Anyone could do it with Gloria.
Drop it.
I will pay you $10 to go put on more clothes.
But it's the first time we ever heard that one.
Everybody follow the birthday flag. What'd you call me? Oh, yes.
Hey, Rogers, look! I'm you!
Jake from State Farm. You couldn't find a stand-in who looked anything like me?
Have you seen mine? It's like looking in a mirror, right?
Now that one makes sense.
Look, guys, I don't even have a stand-in.
Of course you do.
Hold on, is that Drake?
That's right. Drake from State Farm. Like a good neighbor. Like a good neighbor. Stand-ins don't have lines.
Oh, okay.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David Collado, president and co-owner of Happy Howie's Dog Treats. We make all-natural dog treats, and we're growing really fast. So fast, we were maxing out production. That's why I chose the Spark Cash Card from Capital One, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. Last year, I redeemed $21,000 in cash back. Seriously, $21,000, which I use for new equipment so we can feed even more dogs. Thanks to my Spark Card, we're in over 4,000 stores across the country. What's in your wallet?
She feels great. Her spirits are high. The whole family's high. There's your headline.
I am pregnant.
You gotta be kidding me.
I didn't know Grandpa could still do it.
Don't be disrespectful, Luke. Anyone could do it with Gloria.
I will pay you $10 to go put on more clothes.
But it's the first time we ever heard that one.
Everybody follow the birthday flag. What'd you call me? Oh, yes.
Thought about going for it.
Early game, Ellen Road, Leeds United against Chelsea, bitter rivals. Ended goalless, Robbie.
Yeah, disappointing game, really. We expected so much from it from both sides. Kai Havertz here just, I don't know, maybe not used to that centre-forward position. He looked good against Everton, but not quite so good in this game. You see him there, number 29. Pulisic does a good job on the outside. Does everything really required of him to get the ball into a dangerous area, but Havertz just a little slow trying to get to that attempt.
Bit of a pinball here.
Yeah, just a weird one. Really strange. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Off one defender's knee. Zerenti, I think, gets the last touch right there. Loops over the top of the goalkeeper. Turns around. There you go. back into his arms.
Another chance for Chelsea. Pulisic down that right again, where he found himself into some nice position.
Yeah, he did, and timing here is pretty good. Again, could Chelsea have an extra player in there? Is the run right? It's right in front of Kai Havertz coming in, but Pulisic was active in that right wing-back role early on in the game.
Tyler Roberts with a deft finish.
Yeah, lovely. Really great, inventive effort, and you know, the save is pretty stunning as well here. He knows he's in a little bit of trouble. The shot came pretty quickly, but he does get a slight touch to that ball just to deflect it onto the crossbar. It's a great save.
Patrick Bamford, top scorer, goes down injured.
Yeah, not good. It's not a good look for Leeds United. He's been so good, so durable. He's played all the games, and again, just doesn't seem that much in this. But of course, with the pace of the game right now and the intensity of it, I guess he's hurt himself badly. He did try to continue, but couldn't.
Into the second half, Chelsea with their loss. Couple of efforts of the game.
And this is the best chance right here. Havertz does well here. Just you see, Azpilicueta gets his head up there and sees that. And good awareness here from the German, but just maybe not quite the ruthlessness of a strike, of a real scorer there. He's just kind of swinging his weaker foot at it, and reasonable contact, but an easy save.
Mendy called in here.
Yeah, good save. This one was a good save. And I thought they were going to score there, Leeds, when it's Rafinha, isn't it, that turns on the ball here and just doesn't get a good contact on it. If he hits that pure, I think that's going to zoom into the back of the net.
Chelsea having to resort to strikes from outside the box, well outside the box.
Yeah, it was kind of the final third that, you know, we've shown a few highlights here, but there wasn't that many good chances created, and Antonio Rudiger played pretty well as a defender. You know, you're not going to rely on him to score your winning goals, really.
So 0-0, they finish in that early game. The second game of the day, just the one goal. It came from the penalty spot. Here's what happened, Danny.
Yeah, well, Crystal Palace, they take a quick free kick, and it goes to Zaha, and then he goes to put the ball into the box, and the play continues, but Furlong, he handles the ball, and you see the referee, Simon Hooper. First of all, they're checking the offside. He is clearly onside, and then when he plays the ball in, it then comes off Furlong. Then we see Simon Hooper going over to check for VAR. It's a correct decision. Furlong, you see, puts his arm towards the ball and gets a yellow card for his troubles, and the correct decision is a penalty. You see exactly what the referee's doing there. Milivojevic steps up, sends Johnson the wrong way, give Palace the early lead, and then into the second half, seems a game with very few chances, but this was another chance from Benteke. They work it well, ball falls to Benteke. It's a good strike, but a good save from Johnston. You just see as the ball works into him, takes a touch with his left foot, uses his strength, but then, like I say, a good save from Johnston.
So 1-0 Palace, nearly 900 Premier League games between these two managers. This one goes the way of Roy Hodgson, and it means that Crystal Palace are really nicely, cosily positioned in 11th spot on 37 points, 11 points clear of that drop zone. In the last 4 seasons, 37 points has been enough to stay up. Leeds drop down to 12th, Wolves play on Monday, and then you look at the relegation zone as Fulham in 18th are about to play at home against Man City, just a point if they can get it, and they'll move out of that bottom 3 and put Brighton in it for the first time all season. Top half looks like this, so Chelsea missed out on the chance to move into 3rd spot. They would have gone above Leicester had they got the win until Leicester play tomorrow against Sheffield United. Instead, they stay in 4th with West Ham, and then Everton, who stays 6th after they lost to Burnley, and the rest is as you were. Let's take you out then onto the pitch at Craven Cottage, Fulham. How are they, Danny? Still in the bottom 3. I feel like they should be in mid-table the way they're going.
It's been incredible, and it's been built from the back. Defensively, they really struggled early on in the season, but what we've seen with the likes of Tosin, the understanding that he's got with Anderson at the centre of defence, they've built on that. Then you've got Lamina, the winner at Liverpool last week. He brings energy in midfield, and that's what Scott Parker's done. He's gone with energy. Yes, they've got the ability going forward, but he's gone with energy so they can be compact up and down the pitch. Lamina ended up being a wonderful signing. He's obviously on loan at the moment, and he's fitted in really well with Reed alongside him. So what we're seeing is partnerships developing all over the pitch, whether it be the centre-backs, whether it be the full-backs with the wingers or central midfielders. And you know, he has to be the unsung hero for me, Harrison Reed. His dependability, his positioning is magnificent. When I was playing centre-back, if I had a defensive midfielder like him, he does half of your job for him, because you can dictate where he goes. He will cut off positions, and he does a lot of work that goes unnoticed, but I can guarantee his teammates, and Scott Parker in particular, who's a similar player to him, will appreciate everything that he does. And you know, he's been a wonderful signing. And then we're moving higher up the pitch now. You've got Lookman, a player that can create something from nothing. I thought it was absolutely magnificent against Liverpool. And the way that Fulham are likely to play today, they will press high, and he'll be part of that initial press, but then they will probably get back into a 4-5-1. And I think on the counter-attack, as we saw last week against Liverpool, he can be a real threat. The only thing I would say about Lookman is just his final ball, his final finish. If he gets that correct and gets that better, then all the hype that was over him when he was younger will then come to the fore. And as a team, you know, one of the things I'd say about this team is that a lot of the time when you have a lot of lone players, you get concerned, you get worried. But I'm not worried about this Fulham team. They brought players in on loan, but the majority of players that he's brought on loan, Scott Parker, they've all got a point to prove. And the togetherness has been incredible. And like I said, if they had a goal score early on in the season, they would not be in the position that they're in now.
Fulham with so much on the line for them today against Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero, Robbie. First time they've both started a Premier League game in more than a year. Now we know by looking at City's bench, and you pointed it out for us, of course, he's got Champions League in the week. He wants to rest a load of players. To play both of them is interesting.
Yeah, it is, and maybe that hints at a false nine in the Champions League against Mönchengladbach. They are leading that tie, I think, 2-0. But interesting to see two of these players on the field at the same time. Going into this game, you know, you always have a few thoughts and a few notes. And it's interesting we're going to see these two players. Jesus, has there been enough development, improvement in what he's done at Man City? And the jury's still out on that. He got 14 Premier League goals last season. He's got 6 this season. You know, he's kind of getting into a good age now, good experience. So maybe disappointing a little bit, given you might expect him to take over from Sergio Aguero.
Do you think this is Sergio Aguero's last season?
I do. Yeah, I mean, sadly, you know, it's really good that he gets a start here because he's got to play, for me, he's got to really show that he can get back to a top level. Now, I don't know, I'm speculating here, but there's been a lot of talk about a new striker, that it's time for a new big-time striker at the football club. Erling Haaland, of course, is the guy at Dortmund right now. There's a bidding war that's going to go on for this player at the end of the season. With City's money, they can afford to try and bring him in. His father, of course, played for Manchester City. His contract's up, Sergio Aguero. He's 33 in June. He hasn't scored a Premier League goal for more than a year now, and he's missed a lot of games with injury and different injuries. So I just wonder if this might be his last season.
Do you think Manchester City are the favourites to sign Haaland? I mean, Chelsea have got money too, and it's London, and sometimes players like to go to London as long as they're in the Champions League. Do you think that City, though, are favourites?
I would just... The draw of Real Madrid is pretty massive, really. I think in players all over the world.
You could do City then Real Madrid because he's so young. You know, you could do a little bit Cristiano Ronaldo, kind of United, then Real Madrid.
I mean, the way that Erling Haaland is and plays, he's so cut out for the Premier League. With all types of goals that he scores, he's got physicality, he's got pace, he's a great finisher. I'd love to see him in the Premier League, but which club? I don't know.
Well, if he comes to Man City, I'm not sure we should bother to turn up in August, shall we? We should take the season off. He goes to Manchester City.
I know.
Man City are in West London today against Fulham. Fulham have it all to play for. It is now time for you to switch streams, switch tiles. If you're still watching the Everton-Burnley tile, just take a quick moment to switch over to the Fulham-Man City tile for Arlo and Liv.
So many razors, how do I choose? Your hair changes how the blade shaves, who knew?
So try a 4 and 6 blade in this box, there's 2.
There's 2 now at a store near you.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best, because only Verizon gives you 5G from America's most reliable network at no extra cost, and more of the entertainment you love, like Apple Music, and the beautiful iPhone 12 on us when you buy one, only from Verizon.
Okay.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
Most Monday ever.
Case of the Mondays? Just open the Instacart app to shop all your favorite stores. Get groceries, comfort foods, and household items delivered in as little as 2 hours.
I'll get it.
Right to your door with safe contactless delivery.
Surprise!
Download the Instacart app today or visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first order.
Did it touch? Give me some puff. Give me some puff. Yeah, good boy.
Answer this together.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Missed the drop, whatever.
Trying to do the right thing.
I'm not leaving you! Watch Peacock on the big screen and on the go.
Are you listening to me, sir?
Just search for Peacock and download to your phone or smart TV, or you can stream with Roku or any of these connected devices. Visit peacocktv.com/devices so we can help you watch from anywhere. Peacock has The Office, a show about a mid-level regional paper company. Also, Flonkerton, grilled feet.
I want you to rub butter on my foot. No.
Undies and the Dundies. Chili disasters and happily ever afters.
Are you ready for dinner tonight?
Also, Prison Mike.
You got a good life.
Nice.
That's why you can't not watch The Office. Every episode, extras, and exclusives.
Don't text them fly people. Short flight. Glider in. That's how we touch her down, big boy. That's how we do. That's how we do. Ain't got no problem flying no plane. It's okay, Tars. Planes here. Nice. Chinese. Let's see the Chinese. Let's see this Chinese. Damn. What?
Ian. Oh no, you're gonna. Hilarious soundtrack. Oh, let's go fast. Hey, Tars. Tars. Family meth business about to be toast.
Shit. I need a snack. Yeah. What's up, big boy? Alright, people, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to have a snack, you know, and start making some coffee. Whoa. Holy shit, I got shot in the face earlier. This is pretty wild. It's very wild. Oh shit. This game's wild, yo. Trick. That's what I want. forgot. No auto brakes. No auto brakes. Ba ba ba. Hello, little birdie. Oh, hell yeah. Give me that raffle. Real neighborly of you. Cletus. Nice Tarzan show. Already wrecked it. Milk got some